Welcome back to Dinar Current. Have you ever walked into a major U.S. bank with your Iraqi dinar, hoping to exchange it only to be told, "We don't deal in dinar"? You're not alone. Thousands of investors are left confused, asking, why don't big banks exchange the Iraqi dinar in 2025? And Wells Fargo still avoid dinar exchanges, and what this means for dinar holders like you. In this video, we'll uncover the hidden reasons why major banks like Chase, Bank of America, is it a scam? Is there a hidden agenda? Or are there bigger global forces at play? Stay tuned, because the truth might surprise you. Let's begin with a reality check. As of 2025, none of the top U.S. banks actively exchange Iraqi dinar over the counter. Walk into any major branch, and they'll likely say, "We don't deal in that currency." It's been this way since the early 2000s. Even after Iraq's government started printing the new Iraqi dinar post-Saddam Hussein. This isn't just a 2025 problem. But here's the question: why? Why is a currency, used by millions in Iraq, completely ignored by top financial institutions in the West? If you ask the banks themselves, they'll give you a few standard answers. The dinar is too volatile. There's no established international market. It's not traded on forex platforms. And guess what? On paper, they're right. The Iraqi dinar is not freely traded on most global exchanges. It's classified as a non-convertible currency, meaning it can't be exchanged freely outside of Iraq. But that's only part of the story. Here's where things get interesting. They don't want the compliance headache. Hidden truth number one: U.S. government sanctions and oversight. Despite no direct sanctions on Iraq's central bank in 2025, the U.S. Treasury guidelines still flag Iraq as a higher-risk region due to money laundering, corruption, and terror financing risks. This makes major banks overly cautious. Hidden truth number two: Iraq's monetary policy. The dinar is not a floating currency, and Iraq has not yet taken full steps to internationalize it. The Central Bank of Iraq controls exchange rates very tightly. Until Iraq fully liberalizes its currency market, the dinar remains illiquid, inflexible, and risky from a banking standpoint. How come those companies are allowed to deal in it? Hidden truth number three: profit versus risk. Let's be honest, banks are in the business of making money. Exchanging dinar for a small number of customers isn't worth the operational, regulatory, and reputational risks. Now, you might ask, this currency has no guaranteed value, but I bought my dinar online. Great question. Private dinar dealers operate under different rules. They're often registered as currency exchanges or collectible resellers, not official banks. They use loopholes in the law to sell the dinar as a speculative asset, often with disclaimers like, "This is not an investment." Some are legitimate, others, not so much. In fact, the U.S. Treasury and FBI have warned the public multiple times about dinar scams and exaggerated revaluation rumors. The biggest reason people expect banks to exchange revaluation rumors. For years, social media and certain forums have pushed the idea that the dinar will suddenly jump from 1,300 IQD per USD to 1-to-1, or even better. These stories claim the IMF supports a reset. Iraq is hiding its true oil wealth. Insider sources say it'll revalue next week. Here's the truth. Iraq has never officially stated any plan for a massive overnight revaluation. The IMF, World Bank, and BIS do support economic reforms, but not fantasy-level currency jumps. Any change to the dinar's value will likely be gradual, not overnight. Until then, banks won't take the risk of being caught in the middle of speculative chaos. So, will this ever change? Yes, but only if key milestones are met. Iraq liberalizes its exchange rate and opens to forex, corruption, and money laundering risks. Reduce significantly, the dinar becomes a tradable currency via SWIFT and international platforms. US and European regulators give the green light to banks. Until then, banks will continue to avoid exchanging dinar due to risk regulation and low demand. The dream of the dinar revaluing is still alive for many, but the reality at the bank window remains the same. Big banks won't touch the dinar until the risk disappears and the profit makes sense. So if you're holding dinar, remember, be cautious, don't fall for hype, and always do your research. If you found this breakdown helpful, give us a thumbs up, subscribe for more dinar insights, and comment below. Do you think the dinar will ever revalue? We'd love to hear your thoughts.